Keynote allows you to add transitions and builds to your presentation, and that helps kind of allow you to emphasize certain elements of your presentation. Now, a transition occurs between slides. So if I tap on any one of my slides, I'm just going to tap on it real quick. You'll notice how it says transition here. If I select transition, this will transition from your first slide to your next. And there's a lot of really cool options that you can do. There's something called Magic Move that I recommend playing around with. You can do blinds, clothesline. So you notice here there's a lot of different things. You also have the ability to choose options with it. So you can change how long that transition lasts, and you can customize that. If I tap on play, it will give me a preview of what that transition looks like. So that gives you a nice idea of what you're looking for. So let me just show you one or two more. Here's cube. So that's the cube. And we'll do flip real quick. So I hit play. So you get the nice previews there. Now, in addition to working with, I'm just going to tap done. You have your transitions, and you could set an individual transition per slide. When you have elements on a page, you can actually animate those elements. So to demonstrate that, I'm just going to go down here to the star. If I tap on that star, notice it gives me the option here to choose animate. I can hit animate. And you have two different parts of this. There's the build-in. So how do you want it to show up on the slide? And then the other option is how do you want it to leave the slide? So you can choose one or the other. It's up to you. I'm going to just first tap build in, and we're going to just use Anvil. That's a nice quick one. You can get play, see what that preview looks like, see how it kind of falls into place. We could try a couple of other ones. Here's blast. Okay, that's what they call blast. Fireworks. So some subtle fireworks in the background there. Here's orbital. So you can have it fly in there. Down here towards the bottom, you have the options. You could hit options, again, to adjust the duration. Usually default should be pretty good, but if you're working on specific timing, then you can work with that. Delivery, this is more important when you have multiple elements on here. Do you want to go by paragraph, paragraph group, or highlighted paragraph? And order, if you have multiple elements on the page, you can select which order comes in first, which element comes in first. So I only have one element on there, so it's not that big of a deal. But when I tap on this, let me add a build out, and we'll have it, let's go to flash bulbs. So now when I hit play, that's how it's going to fade out. So when I'm totally ready and I'm finished, I could just tap up here where it says done, and that will close that window. So now I can go back to working on my presentation. Now, if you were going to actually give your presentation, you just pick your start slide. So I'm going to tap on number 1, and then you hit this play button up here. Notice how that just switched there for a moment. You're not exactly seeing my screen. You're seeing what the presentation looks like, but on my iPad, I have the ability to show different controls, and I can even go in and I could draw lines on here to annotate it, and there's a lot of different control types of things I can do. So when you're giving your presentation, you have a lot of options and a lot of flexibility with it. So let's have this switch back here for a second. All right, so that's how you launch your presentation.